health care, it's Obamacare, and the government will take it over and run it into the ground, and our premiums will go through the roof, and we won't be able to get the wonderful care that we get. I'm not even paraphrasing. That's the argument.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, these guys are idiots. And not only that, to be more specific, they're anarchists. They don't believe the government can do anything. So I got a great idea for them. Why don't you get the hell out of government, which is what they're doing slowly as a party. So God bless them. They're living up to their ideals accidentally.
Healthcare stocks go shooting up this country. The S&P, the managed healthcare index, goes up 3.8%. It's a measure of the largest U.S. health insurers, goes up 3.8% today, outperforming the 2.5% decline for the broader S&P 500, again indicating that the people in finance know what just happened. The public option is dead. Still, she's not conceding it. No, we're going to keep fighting. But she doesn't mean it, and they're not. And the president told them not to. Yeah,
let me make a small point before I go off here. The small point is I love how Kent Conrad and some of the other Democrats pretend as if they're, objectively counting votes. They're like, we counted the votes, and it turns out we don't have enough in the Senate. Yeah, that's because you're not voting for it.
Yeah. You should. Where did you put Conrad? In the A's, in the ayes, or nays?
Yeah. So they're so full of crap. The senators, Democratic senators that tell you that they don't have the votes in the Senate, all are going to vote against it. So it's not some thing that they did a tabulation. It's because they want to kill it.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, we can't beat back a Republican filibuster. You can beat back every Republican filibuster. There are 60 Democratic senators.
All right. Now, that leads me to my larger point, which is the Democrats, as usual, are unbearably weak. I mean, how many times are we going to go through this? I saw a Rasmussen poll today where the Republicans are leading in, who do you think will handle health care better? Are you kidding me? First of all, the Republicans killed health care reform in 1993. They're in the middle of killing it now. Meanwhile, our insurance premiums have gone up over 100% in just the last 10 years. And it's inconceivable that the American public could think that the Republicans are better at handling health care reform. Now, why do they think that? Because the Republicans have made their case. They attack. And what do the Democrats do? They lower their pants and they take it.
Yeah, 54% of Americans saying passing no health care reform better than passing the congressional plan, a congressional plan which it's inconceivable that anybody understands. And it doesn't matter, because what the Republicans have done is suggest that, no, this is the one with the death panels. And this is the one where the government takes over all your health care. That's all they needed. Those two things, that's it. That's all they needed. And of course, as we know, as I mentioned in the last hour, going back to the way the cigarette companies fought against the warnings about cigarette smoking causes cancer, all they want to do is, they don't even have to make anybody believe there's a death panel or that the government's going to take over all your health care and you're not going to be able to have the health care you have now. They just want to make you a little scared of it that might happen. And if that's the case, people are like, you know what? Just leave it alone. I don't even know what's going on. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, here's the main problem with the Democrats. If they don't make the case, of course they're going to lose. It's like they think they live in this ideal bubble that if they're nice guys and they reach out to the Republicans in a bipartisan manner, everybody will pat them on the back and go, golly gee willikers, you're quite right. No, you have to go and punch someone in the face. And I mean that proverbially. Obviously, we're not like the Republicans, okay? But what you have to do is say, hey, here's why we need the public option. Here's how the health insurance companies have been screwing you all these years. Here's how the Republicans are working with the health insurance companies to screw you. If you don't make that affirmative, forceful case, of course you're going to lose.
We are coming to a culture where we embrace punching in the face entirely more than we used to. And the only people who don't want to punch in the face are the people running the country.
Yeah, look, Obama has to be blamed here. There's no way around it, okay? He's losing this fight. That's because he's not fighting. Or, as in an article I'm about to write for our website, as I put it, he's bringing a scalpel to a gunfight. Okay, this is ridiculous. Grassley comes up and says, hey, listen, I think you're going to kill grandmothers. And Obama says, okay, can I reach out to you a little more?
Yeah.
No, if you're going to reach out to Grassley, the only thing you should reach out with is your right hand.
Yeah, slap him with it. You know,
Yes.
we ran a clip in the last hour. But we played it for Congresswoman Schwartz from Pennsylvania. We ran a clip of Congressman Mike Ross. I hope I didn't call him Mike Rose, but Mike Ross from Arkansas, who was on CNN with John King over the weekend, and ended up saying at the end of that, he's like, "Hey, if we don't get me wrong, I'm against killing grandma. I don't want to fund illegal aliens, and I don't want abortion, and I don't want to kill grandma." You know, why is he not taking that time to suggest that the people who say that that's in the bill are liars? If you don't want to call Chuck Grassley a liar, then the only compromise that I'm willing to come up with is accuse him of lying. That's the one way to mitigate it, perhaps. But we're explaining ourselves away on their terms. Even Obama says it. I'm not for a death panel. If you say that when Sarah Palin says there's a death panel, Sarah Palin is lying. She's lying to America. She's deceiving you, intentionally deceiving you, or she's an idiot. Both, in Sarah Palin's case, probably true.
Yeah, you know, my last thought on this, Ben, for today is, look, Obama has given up on the public option. It's clear as day for all the reasons that you explained earlier. And even when they pretend they haven't given up on it, they say, oh, no, you know, we haven't quite given up on it yet, and you never know. There's a lot of ways to do this. That's an obvious wink and a nod. Hey, listen, we give up. We cry uncle.
When the Health and Human Services Secretary goes on the talk shows and says it's not essential, that's it. That's what you're saying. That's the message you're sending.
They tried to walk that back, but it was entirely unconvincing. So that's definitely what's happening here. And now that we know that that's definitely what's happening here, think about this. So Obama says, all right, I'll give up on the public option, which we thought was essential. And the Republicans still haven't said yes. And he's still trying to reach out. He's still begging the Republicans when we don't need a single Republican vote. Now, that's enormous weakness.